Never piss off a junkie. I, 16 years old, was kicked out of my mom's house for something that I have already posted about. I became homeless for 7 months of my life, which is really traumatic for my age. As soon as I arrived to the place where the homeless community stays, under a bridge, I knew I wasn't welcome because the amounts of looks I had gotten by junkies for wearing not bad clothes and having a suitcase full of them. I did not have a tent or anything, so I had to sleep outside, which didn't help my chances of being safe at night. Surprisingly, for the first week or two I wasn't touched or talked to except for the occasional anyfenth. I was doing good since I didn't touch drugs or anything along those lines, so it wasn't as bad as I thought. But still nowhere near as good as my middle-class privileged life I had before. One night it was freezing cold and I sat around the fire with all the high junkies that would just stare at the fire for hours on end. They were like zombies. I had left my suitcase where I used to sleep every night, and when I left the fire to go sleep I realized it was gone. The panic was like nothing I've ever had. I ran around the camp looking for signs of my suitcase with all my prized possessions. I walked up on a junkie that was wearing my favorite shirt and I simply asked him, "Where is it?" He acted clueless and said, "Where's what?" I said, "You know what the fuck I am talking about, you are wearing my fucking t-shirt." Before he could answer I was in his tent and there it was under a dirty sleeping bag. I grabbed it and the junkie stood up and grabbed it back saying, "It's mine, bitch," and I was met with a headbutt right to my forehead. Before I knew it I was getting jumped by 4 junkies, but I took it like a man because I've had worse beatings. I somehow got to motivation to get up and hit one of the junkies with all my power right in the jaw. He was out cold and all the other junkies backed up, but it turned out someone was behind me with a dirty needle with a bit of heroin in it. Upvote for part 2. I can already tell where this is going. No one is going to waste their drugs on you. Trust me. We get it. You were around drug addicts. Calling them junkies, I mean, you were a child, which is probably why you're doing that. It's childish as fuck. Tell me more about this free shot of heroin you received. Lol, some kid trying to get something out of a fictional story and was met with experience. That's why we say you're a kid, you wouldn't get it. Upvote for part 2 really sells it. You did this to yourself for punching an autistic kid, lol. Wow, be careful.